All right, so I want you all to use the chat tonight. Okay, you could send up some emojis, some fire, communicate. Okay, and I want you to make sure you have a pen, all right, and a notebook to take some copious notes, all right, because the information that is about to share here tonight is going to really revolutionize your entire life. As I said to you before, this is another arm of my business that I'm launching. Many of you know me. All right. For those of you who don't know me, my name is Dr. Ian E. Cummings. I'm a mentor. I'm a coach. I wear many hats. And many of you, those of you who are on, you have sat in one of my classes already in the area of personal development, in the area of spiritual, whatever aspect of it, but you have sat in the class. And as I said to you before, because of being in that space, I have seen the need for individual to develop, all right, and to get into that aspect of business. So because I tap into this and I met my mentor, connect with him probably about a month ago because we have been just chatting a little bit, and he will share the story. We go way back, okay, way back, probably about almost 15 years. Okay, and just a month ago we have connected again, and I've watched his growth, I've watched his progress. He's an amazing leader, all right. He's a multi-millionaire, okay, and he's an amazing leader. And I believe that when you have to go to another level, you need to connect with people who are at that level already. And those of you who know my teaching, doors and dimensions open from the inside, not from the outside. So you got to connect with people in that space because the atmosphere and association is really important. All right. So I'm going to introduce our guest tonight. And I want you to put some fire in the chat, put some emoji in the chat for my friend and my mentor, my business partner, Dr. Gary McSween. All right. Doc, are you in the house there?
Absolutely. Could you hear me okay?
All right, we hear you. Good.
Awesome.
All right, let me spotlight you there.
Yeah, I'm not sure if you can make me co-host as well.
Oh, sure.
Yeah, so that I could share my screen and everything.
All right, wonderful. 1 second there. All right. Make. All right, go ahead, Gary. You're in charge.
All right, sweet. Awesome. Awesome. Super excited to be on this call tonight. Thank you so much, Dr. Ian Cummings, for giving me the opportunity to be on this private call with each and every one of you. Very blessed to have a relationship with Dr. Ian Cummings. We go way back, as he would have mentioned to you guys. We've known each other a little bit over 13 years.
Yeah.
I know you said 15, but it could be 15 too.
Yeah.
It could be 15 as well. It's been a while. It's been a while, but honestly, I've always had a tremendous amount of respect for him. Always loved how he dressed sharp all the time. I had a chance to speak with Dr. Trevor today as well.
Yeah.
And he mentioned the same thing about, Dr. Ian Cummings dressing well all the time. And that was something that I was really impressed with. As a matter of fact, I'm not sure if you remember, Dr. Ian, that I bought one of my first suits from you.
Yes.
I don't know if you remember that.
Yes, I remember that.
There we go.
Yes.
When I started my entrepreneurship journey, I definitely bought, it was a shiny blue pinstripe suit. I remember it very well. Right. So we go way back. Way back. And of course, he has been able to see my growth in this space. Just to kind of give you guys some more context, and I wouldn't be long, we're going to get right into the presentation. I was an engineer by profession. I used to work at a company in Trinidad here called Petrotrin. I was there for 9.5 years. And a friend of mine introduced me to this space of digital entrepreneurship, direct selling, home-based business, network marketing. And I was very much against it. I didn't understand it. So because I didn't understand it, I spoke down to it because of what I was exposed to by people who may have tried it, had success or failed, whatever the case may be. To cut a long story short, I met a gentleman. He was already having success. He was making over 6 figures US a year. And I looked at my income at that time, and I have the degrees, I have the permanent job, but I'm not making 100,000 plus US dollars a year in income. So I said to myself, at least let me give it a try. And that was my beginning journey. I will say this to you guys right out the way, to get this out of the way, is that I had a great experience in the very beginning, which was a learning experience. I had to develop the skills, and I wouldn't take it away from my journey. I've also had a bit of success, ended up leaving Petrotrin, and I made some bad decisions with money. And, I didn't also, understand that business had ebbs and flows, and I went through a period of hardship and financial challenges. This was the ending of 2014, going into 2015. And I had to, force myself to go back and get a job. And, I was still believing that I could still accomplish great things in this space. Got introduced to an opportunity in 2016. And imagine I went from struggling, and I was able to borrow the money to get started. And literally from October 2016, by November 2017, I made over $1 million in residual income. And I'm not sharing that with you guys to impress you, but to impress upon you that believing works, connecting with the right people also works. And if you're on this call and you have been looking for an opportunity, I believe what I'm about to share with you can be a great opportunity for you. So I'm going to share my screen, and we're going to dive right into it as Dr. Ian Cummings would have shared with you guys. Please take some notes because note takers have the ability to be money makers if they apply the information. So the name of the company you're going to hear about this afternoon is called Conectiv. And our mission as a company is to elevate the lives of our members by helping them make smarter financial decisions to improve their health and their well-being, and also to help them to live a more balanced life. Now, ladies and gentlemen, I want to share the ecosystem of the company. When I'm evaluating any company, there's a couple of things that I'm looking for. And I don't want to put my name, I don't want to put anybody else's name in harm's way when I'm getting involved with an opportunity, because I've been in this space for 15 plus years. People respect me, people respect my opinion, and they know that if I put my name behind something, I know that it is legitimate. So when we were looking at this company, one of the biggest things that sold us is that the company Conectiv is owned by InvestView. InvestView is a publicly traded company. For those of you that don't know what a publicly traded company is, the company is in the stock market. Now, and not every company can get into the United States stock market. You have to go through regulatory compliance. They're going to scrub you from top to bottom to ensure that you are a legitimate business. So I want you to understand that's a big deal. Now, here's another reason why it's a big deal. Even though you're on this call tonight and you can become a customer or you can become a member, business partner, you have the opportunity to be a shareholder in the company. If you pay attention to the people that are creating wealth, ladies and gentlemen, they're not just doing it by the sweat of their brow. That's one way that they're doing it, but they're also doing it by being shareholders or investors in companies that are undervalued, that they can see in the future that their money can grow and multiply as that company grows and continues to multiply as well. So you have a chance to be a shareholder in our parent company, InvestView. Now, let's come back to Conectiv. Conectiv has two arms. We have ConnectX, which is the self-directed investing tools. And then we also have My Life Wellness, which is the health side of the company. I know that we are going to be speaking to different types of people on this call tonight. I believe by the time I go through our products or services, you will find something that will suit you the best. Now, we've been in business over 10 plus years, over $300+ million in revenue already generated. And ladies and gentlemen, we are just getting started. Now, financial insecurity is something that people are dealing with every single day. Even if you have a job, there is a kind of uncertainty connected to the work environment, to the corporate environment, to the work world. And here's the honest truth. The numbers are really spelling it out, right? 67% of United States workers are reported to be living paycheck to paycheck. 18.3 million US households experience food insecurity in 2024. And I'm telling you, these numbers, though it speaks to the United States, we can all agree that it's almost the same in the Caribbean, here in Trinidad, no matter where you are. So we're living in a world today where gone are the days where you can depend on one source of income. All we're doing on this call tonight is introducing you to an opportunity that has multiple streams of income connected to it. So let's dive right in. We're going to talk about the wealth side of the company first and foremost. If you're on this call, you've never invested, you've never traded before, ladies and gentlemen, the financial markets have been around for donkey years. I know we have international folks on this call, but the markets have been around for a long time. And the average individual has not been able to take advantage of the markets. So we are here to educate you before you even take a trade, before you even take an investment. We're going to educate you from basic to advanced knowledge. And we're going to do that right here with ConnectX. We have our academy that takes you from basic knowledge to advanced knowledge. It's all in bite-sized form, meaning even if you are, young at heart or you're young, you could digest the information. It's understandable. It's really designed to take you from knowing nothing to something. While you're going through the academy, we have our live stream education classes. And it's similar to you logging into Netflix and then choosing what channel you want to watch. It's essentially the same thing with our platform. You choose the educator you want to follow, you get on the sessions, and what's beautiful about these sessions, it's interactive. You can ask questions, you can learn and earn at the same time. We also have great tools, ladies and gentlemen. We actually have a system where we send you what we call educational trade ideas. And these educational trade ideas are real buying and selling opportunities that you can take in the market. So if you're new, you're going to take these trades on a practice account, understand what you're doing, and then you could eventually start trading with real money. We have other tools, other softwares that will assist you in your entire learning experience. One of the things I can share with you guys on this call tonight is I'm so happy to see new individuals. I'm so happy to see experienced individuals in the area of investing absolutely doing well. The number one viewed educator on our platform has actually made tens of millions of dollars trading stocks. So if you're on this call and that's something that interests you, you're more of a long-term type of investor, we definitely have something for you on this platform, right? I promise you guys are going to love it, right? So that takes care of the trading side of things. Imagine money being put to the side as an issue. It's no longer an issue for you. Well, ladies and gentlemen, we have a travel portal within our digital platform that gives you the ability to book your own flights, hotels, cruises, theme parks, and actually save money while doing it. The savings are significant, especially with hotels. But then we added on a cherry on top of the cake, which is our getaways. In one of our membership packages, you have the opportunity to access, ladies and gentlemen, our vacation vouchers. Now, how does this work? If you come in and you are a pro member with us, you are going to get access to this vacation voucher, and you can choose from 50 destinations. Now, when you choose the destination, the voucher is valid for a year. So you can pre-plan in advance, what destination you want to go to. Hawaii, you're talking about Greece, we're talking about Spain, we're talking about Mexico, Tulum, you want to go Germany, you want to go Amsterdam, you want to go, I can call all the names, United States, right? You can choose from any of these destinations. And when you get to the resort, ladies and gentlemen, the only thing you pay for is the taxes and the resort fees. I shared this with one of my friends, and he said, Gary, what are the savings like when I get this voucher? And I chose Hawaii, and I showed him, and the voucher, ladies and gentlemen, was valued at 1,940 US dollars. 1,940 US dollars, the voucher was valued for. And when you notice the price that you're paying to get access to everything the company has to offer as a pro member, you're going to realize how much getting started at the pro level is a no-brainer. Here are the two options for you to get started. My recommendation is take a screenshot of this slide, especially all the slides I will show you with the prices and everything like that. I want you to take a screenshot of it, right? You can come in our core membership. $249 is a one-time fee. That gives you access to our academy, the entire academy, all the live stream education classes covering Forex, crypto, stocks, futures, equities, commodities. You get access to all of our trading tools, our Tap to Trade app, and all of our plus alerts. Once you're happy with the services, every 30 days, you can stay connected for only $179 a month, right? Then we have our pro membership. You get everything in the core, plus you get all of our scanners. It's a program software to identify trades for you. You get access to our vacation voucher, which is a blessing. Remember, I told you most of those vouchers are valued over 1,000 US. Okay. You also get our resort certificates, and you get access to our travel portal as well. Okay. So, ladies and gentlemen, that takes care of the digital side of our company. Now, let's shift some gears and let's talk about the wellness component within our company. Ladies and gentlemen, we have an amazing line of health products. Today I believe more and more people are becoming health conscious, and I always preach be proactive versus being reactive. So our wellness lifestyle movement, and it is a movement, is really designed to help you transform. Matter of fact, we just launched a 30-day challenge where you're going to transform your body in 30 days, and you're going to do it in community. You can also participate in that. I'll talk about that a little bit more in a second. But ladies and gentlemen, the global wellness economy generates over $6 trillion on an annual basis. That's big business. Specifically, the skincare market, right, generates over $200+ billion. Well, ladies and gentlemen, we want to introduce you to our health line. The first product is our amazing coffee. Now, if you are on this call, I have a couple of questions for you. And let me take a sip. Right? I actually came with my cup before the meeting started. So let me get a sip right now. Wonderful. So I want to ask you a couple questions. Do you or anyone that you know drink coffee or tea at least occasionally? Second question that I have for you, excuse me. Second question I have for you is, how do you like your coffee? Do you like it with cream? Do you like it with sugar? Third question I have for you, what is your favorite brand of coffee? All right. Is it Starbucks? Is it Nestle's? Is it Nescafe? Is it Folgers? Is it Maxwell House? Depending on where in the world you are, right? But here's the question I have for you. Let's just say it's Nestle. When last Nestle ever paid you for drinking a cup of their coffee? Right? And I already know the answer. The answer is never. I want to introduce you to the coffee that pays. That is our premium, Alive Premium Latte. Now, this product, ladies and gentlemen, you don't have to add any creamer or sugar to it. All right? Made of natural ingredients, over 30+ minerals and vitamins. And when I tell you, if you have the habit of drinking coffee, now we're going to introduce you to a healthy habit. Guys, we've been able to infuse into this coffee. The main bean is Arabica bean, but we've been able to infuse in here pomegranate, coconut oil, camellia oil. There's 9 superfoods. There's collagen, tripeptide, and dipeptide. There is pumpkin, ginseng, pine bark, prune, acai, bellberry extract, vitamin A, B, B12, B6, and B3. And there's also magnesium in this cup of coffee as well. Now, I know that was a mouthful, But I'll tell you this, it is the best tasting coffee you would have in your entire life. We had a meeting on Saturday. Dr. Ian Cummings was there, and a young lady shared for the first time, how the product tasted to her. And she did a fantastic job sharing, exquisitely how many flavors she tasted while drinking the cup. And I was really, really blown away. I said to everyone, listen, we did not plant this individual in the meeting, right? She's a guest. I said to her, have you ever met me before? She said no. And she was really blown away. The number one thing she said is she loves how smooth the coffee tastes. Okay. So you don't have to worry about the jitters, none of that. It's a fantastic, phenomenal product. Now, we're going to continue, ladies and gentlemen. And we also have a bold black launching soon, straight black. That's coming soon. But right now, we have a product here called Amaze. This product will amaze you. And here is why. It's going to help you curb your cravings. How many of us on this call, we have some cravings at night that we know, we have to get rid of on a nightly basis, right? Or on a day-to-day basis. This product will help you with that. Right? So the Amaze is a daily gut health formula. Are you guys seeing that? Right? Supports appetite control, healthy digestion, right? It's backed with science, with prebiotics, probiotics, and postbiotics as well. So this is very good for your overall health and well-being, and it's going to help you lose some weight as well. A good friend of mine, Jean Salon, he's a pastor out in the United States, North Carolina. And he he said to us on the call, I did a presentation about an hour ago, and he said his daughter walked up to him and tapped his belly and said, "Daddy, your belly is getting enormous." Right? He said after that, he said, I had to start doing something. So he started, of course, eating better, started to use our Amaze product. And in about 4.5 months, is approaching 5 months now, ladies and gentlemen, I kid you not, he's lost about 60 pounds already, right? He's looking real good, right? So that's the Amaze. By the way, the flavor is Sunset Splash, and it comes in a tub. So it's actually a significant amount of product you're getting in the Amaze. It's in a powder form, so you can actually add it to 12 ounces of water. You shake and you drink, and I promise you, you're going to be very blessed. We also have a product called Drive. Now, Drive is designed to give you clean energy to help your focus and your memory. There are people who suffer with brain fog, right? You're not really thinking super sharp, super clear, right? This product will help you with that. There's so many deficiencies maybe in your body, and because of a lack of energy, you're not able to think straight. This product will help you with that. You could use it as a pre-workout. You could use it as a post-workout, but it's a phenomenal product. Guys, great ingredients. You get a 30-day supply here of the Drive. It's in a capsule form. Then we have a product here called Dream. Now, let's just be honest. I'm not sure if you guys are aware, but a lot of adults, we're talking about 65 to 70% of adults, do not get a quality night rest. So yes, some people sleep, most people sleep, but they don't get a quality night rest. Their body never gets into that 4 stage of sleep, which is the deep realm sleep, for your body to repair. Well, guess what? We want to help you with that. This product called Dream is designed to do that. And here is the most exciting thing I want to share with you. It does not have melatonin in it. Most sleep products has melatonin in it. Okay. This product has GABA, reishi mushrooms, right? Valerian root, right? These products, ladies and gentlemen, I'm telling you, it is going to bless you. Okay. It is going to bless you, right? Just make sure your mics are muted on the call. Let me see 1 second here. Boom, there we go. All right. There we go. All right, I just master muted the line for a second. Okay, there we go. All right. So those are the options that you have there. Now, you can come in as a customer and you can get your hands on our essential stack, right? This gives you access to one of each. And by the way, each of these products is a 30-day supply. Matter of fact, one of our customers, she received her package and she said, oh my God, the amaze. I didn't know the tub was going to be this big. She said, I believe this will last me more than 30 days, right? But anyway, you can subscribe and save and actually get your hands on all three of these for $139. If you can, take a screenshot of this. Then we have our Vitality Stack, 179. You get your hands on all of our health supplements here, including the coffee, right? For 179 if you subscribe and save. And then let's talk about the skincare side of the company. Now, I know we have a lot of women on this call. And ladies and gentlemen, let me tell you, the beauty business and skincare business is big money, big money. And what's exciting about our company, and one of the things that really impressed us when we were, considering our merger, is that our company actually owns its own manufacturing facility for our health products, right? So that's a big deal. That allows us to control the cost of goods, right? So we're going to dive into what we actually have on the skincare side. The first product is called Amplify, right? It plumps, refine, brighten, and lifts your skin. It actually works very well under your neck. So some individuals, as they're aging, you get a little bit of loose skin under your neck. This product helps with that. It literally tightens your skin for 24 hours, okay? So if you're on the call and you want to reverse the hand of time. you wanna look a little bit 5, maybe pushing it 7 years younger. These products will help you with that, right? Right. So there are peptides in there, right? You have hyaluronic acid, right? Very great ingredients. Then we also have our product called Infuse, right? It's a silky facial moisturizer, right? Designed to deeply hydrate your skin, right? It supports with a skin barrier as well and helps to visibly smooth and restore healthy looking skin overnight, right? So very great moisturizer. Again, peptides in there, collagen in the product as well, vitamin E and so forth, hyaluronic acid as well. Now, the one that a lot of people love is the glow, okay? If you want to glow, right? If you want to glow when you walk in a room and everyone can say, wow, what's going on with your skin? It's the glow, right? This product, you see it's in the bottle is a little bit shorter, right? It's not as tall as the others. It's very potent, okay? So just one drop of glow, right? Matter of fact, one of our top female leaders, her name is Lisa Cloud. She demonstrated, she had, she woke up and, without makeup, and she had a little bit of bags underneath her eyes, and she took one drop and just rubbed it underneath there. Ladies and gentlemen, literally in seconds, right? It removed the darkness underneath her eyes, and also it removed the little fatty tissue underneath her eyes, literally in seconds, right? So the product work, it tightens, sculpts, perfects, and blur the skin. When I tell you these products are amazing and they work, I kid you not. Now, because we own our own manufacturing facility, we're able to control the cost of goods. I shared this presentation with two very powerful women in the United States. And one of them said to me, she said, Mr. McSween, when I looked at the prices of your product, she said, I was blown away. She said, because one serum that I purchased right now is $200 US. One. Well, guess what, ladies and gentlemen? Check this out. You can get Amplify and Infuse for $119 if you subscribe and save, okay? You also get our Radiance Protocol, all three for $159 if you subscribe and save, all right? So these are just the independent options just for skincare. If you would like to, you can come in on our Vitality and Radiance bundle for $329. Matter of fact, this is the package we recommend for the 30-day challenge that just started. By the way, once you get started, You're going to be placed in that 30-day challenge group where the community and yourself will be encouraged on a day-to-day basis to really transform your mind, body, and soul. Okay, so you get one of each with the Radiance and Vitality, Vitality and Radiance bundle for $329 if you subscribe and save. So again, take a screenshot of this because this could be the option that you can go with. All right. Then for those of you that might be more interested in, retailing the product, you can come in our wholesale bundle for $689. You get two of each. Absolutely incredible, ladies and gentlemen, to get your hands on this if you want to retail. We have customers who are retailing product every day and making significant money, right? One of our top retailers averages between 4,000 to 5,000 US dollars in profits just from retailing our coffee alone. So I want you to understand the profit margins are there from a retail perspective as well. Now, the last thing that we want to talk about, and as I said, I promise not to be before you long, is the business component within our company. One of the things that I love about this space is not just getting started in it, but getting started with an established leader. When you have a leader like a Dr. Ian Cummings deciding to launch a company, you do not want to be complacent with that. Meaning, if the opportunity presents itself for you to be an early adopter, for you to be a part of his organization in the very beginning, it's something that you want to take advantage of. When I understood the power of positioning and timing, working with the right leader, my income changed drastically, right? When I talk about drastically. So when I show you guys how this works, you're going to be blown away. So yes, it's a home-based business model. You do not have to participate in this aspect of the company if you don't want to. It's completely optional. Okay, I want you guys to be clear on that. You can be on here, you could just be a customer on the wealth side, or you can be a customer on the health side. Does that make sense? But if you're on here and you're open to starting a business and leveraging the mentorship that Dr. Ian Cummings and myself together will offer you, I want you to pay attention, okay? So with Conectiv, our bonus plan is powerful. If you refer someone on our core membership package, you get a referral of $40 on your first level. Second level, you get $10, right? If you refer someone on the pro membership, for example, you get paid $80 in your first level. Second level, you get $20. Of course, there's more options in terms of referral bonuses available based on the health packages that you might refer people to as well. But second part of our bonus plan is our renewal bonus. Every member that you ever refer to the company, every time they reorder products or services, the company would pay you a renewal bonus. It's $10, okay? Which is pretty cool. But here's where things get really exciting. We have something called membership credit. Membership credit, the company says if you're a member and you have 4 members paying the same membership like you are, basically your membership is paid for by the company. Pretty cool, pretty awesome, all right? Now, let's get to the most important part. And this is our residual income. Guys, residual income is not a fad. It's not, right? Of course, nothing comes easy. Hard work, dedication, focus, but team support. You're in business for yourself, but you're not in business by yourself. And here is why I told you the importance of locking in with a leader that is established. Imagine, for those of you that decide to take action immediately tonight and get yourself positioned, okay? Whoever decides to come in tomorrow, the day after, 5 days after, 7 days after, 30 days after, 12 months after, some of those individuals will fall below you in the structure. The way our wealth plan works, you're building 2 sales organizations. Once you meet the volume requirements on either side, the company will pay you a residual check. I'm going to talk about 2 of them in detail, and then the rest of them, I'm just going to list them out, okay? The first level we're going to talk about is called senior consultant. You need 600 points on your left 600 points on your right, and that pays out $150 a week, which is $600 in residual income. How are we getting 600 points on the left, 600 points on the right? It's the equivalent of having 6 customers on your left that come in on our core membership package, which generates 100 points, which equals 600 people, or sorry, 600 points from 6 people. And then on your right side, you had 6 individuals buying the same core membership package, okay, which generates another 600 points. But here's the cool part about it. If you position yourself very well tonight, potentially you can get 600 points placed below you directly in your business, and you do the 600 points on the opposite side. And ladies and gentlemen, you're going to qualify as senior consultant. When I realized, hold on, I can help people make an extra $600 outside of the income from their job this easily, this got me extremely excited. Extremely excited. Now, maybe on this call and $600 will not get you excited. But here's what I want you to understand. Service to many leads to greatness. If you find a way to help people get what they want, you automatically get every single thing that you want. Does that make sense? Executive consultant, 1,500 points on your left, 1,500 points on your right. It's the equivalent of 15 customers on your left, 15 customers on your right. That pays out $250 a week, $1,000 a month. Ladies and gentlemen, when I learned to make $1,000 in income, and thereafter, I just focused on teaching people how to make $1,000 in income residually, my income exploded. And that's the exact same thing that can happen for you. Okay. Our marketing directors qualified earn $2,000 in residual income. Our regional marketing directors qualified earn $3,700 in residual income. Our national marketing directors qualified earn $9,000 in residual income. And it keeps going all the way up to $1 million a month in income. Ladies and gentlemen, the only limitation that you have is the one that you create in your mind. If you're open, if you're willing, if you're teachable and coachable, provided with the right tools, the potential is insane. Okay? Now, the reverse is also true. If you get started, you do absolutely nothing, you are going to get nothing. You'll just be a customer with the products. Great, no problem. And by the way, we're going to have over 1 million plus customers within our ecosystem over the next 3 to 5 years. But the question that we have for you, ladies and gentlemen, is, do you see an opportunity? I always tell people this: for things to change, you must change. For things to change, you must change. You must change your thinking. You must change the vehicle that you utilize to earn money. And we get paid in US dollars, right? The company pays us commissions on the residual side every Friday, right? That money comes in. You can decide to send it to your bank account. You could withdraw the money in different forms. You could send it straight to your credit card. There's many ways you can access the funds, right? So the opportunity is there for you to get cash flow. And I believe this opportunity is one that could impact people tremendously. I am not talking tonight from theory. I am talking from real practical experience. And we want to help as many of you that are on this call. We're going to have a game plan session with you once you come on board. And we're going to ask you, what do you want out of this? And we're going to make sure and guide you as much as it's humanly possible to help you to accomplish what it is that you want out of this. As I said before, multiple streams of income is no longer a luxury for people. It is something that people need. And I believe we have the right legitimate opportunity right before you here tonight. So with that being said, Dr. Ian Cummings, I'm not sure if you have any closing words. Let me pass back over the host to you. I appreciate you for having me on this call tonight to speak with your VIP guests, some of your top members within your community as well, and some great leaders. Thank you so much for the opportunity to be on, and I'll pass it over to you to give some closing words, good sir. I think your mic is muted still. There we
Okay.
go.
All right, wonderful, wonderful presentation, Gary, and I believe that it was executed on point and very clear. So I think that those of you who are on tonight and any aspect of the presentation really pique your interest, and you say, "Listen to me, I want to get on board. I want to catch this." I want you to message me. Every one of you, those of you who are on, you have my WhatsApp number. Message me, and we're going to take it to the next level. All right, any aspect of it, any question you have, any challenge that you have concerning the presentation, what was done here tonight, I want you to message me. But remember, you want to come on early, you want to jump on early, and you want to capitalize on this opportunity. One of the things I normally said is this, is that an opportunity of a lifetime must be seized in a lifetime of the opportunity. All right, and opportunities don't last always. Okay, being in the circle of church, I understand one of the things with individuals who go to church, all right, not being able to see and seize the opportunity. Okay, action is critical. Action is literally critical. So there are some actions that you need to take, and you have to take it quick and fast. Okay, so message me and get in contact with me, and let's make this thing happen. We're going to be building a team. We're going to be building a whole network team here to go forward. And as you heard what Dr. Maxwin said, that he's going to be available. He's going to work with us. You will not be by yourself. Okay. I am really excited about the health aspect of it. Some of you maybe want to jump in the trading and different the traveling, but which aspect of it that pique your interest? I want you to get in contact with me and let's make this thing happen. Nothing happens unless you move, and nothing happens unless you speak. All right. So I want to stop here, Gary. And those of you who took the time to be on, really, really excited about this. Message me tonight and say, "Hey, Doc, I want to be part of this." All right. And how many of you, I mean, before we also jump off, how many of you was excited about this session tonight? You want to be part of it? Just put a fire, put something, put an emoji, just put a yes in the chat there. All right, for me, just put a yes if you want to take this to the next level. I see Jackie is all smiles there. All right. Okay. And some of you heard about the skin product. Listen to me, I'm telling you. You see on my face, you see how I'm looking, all right? Still wondering what's my age, Gary. Still wondering what's my age. All right. And I'm really, really excited about these products. So let's make this thing happen. Message me, get in contact with me. Even as we come off tonight, message me and say, Dr. Ian, I want to be part of this. And we're gonna walk you through this whole process. All right. So blessings, and you know my stay blessed and don't stress. All right. And I'm looking forward to hear from you. Gary, thanks again for an amazing presentation. I'm looking forward of doing great things with you. All right. Blessings, everyone.